It's our pleasure to welcome now Cynthia Matthews, Shelter Case Manager, Sally Kate Winters Family Services. Cynthia, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us exactly what you do as a Shelter Case Manager.
As a case manager, I do intake for the shelter youth, and our youth they come to us from Mississippi Department of Child Protective Services. And as a case manager, I will schedule their medical services. I assist with enrolling them in school. I collaborate with any medical or schooling, and also with the volunteers.
Gotcha. How many can you accommodate at any point in time?
We can accommodate 12 at a time. We house 12, but normally 6 to 7 is about our average.
6 to 7.
6 to 7 is
Okay.
about an average.
And then do you have folks that work with you with these cases?
Yes, actually, I have a shelter counselor that works with me. We have a shelter supervisor, and we have direct care staff. Our direct care staff works directly with the youth, and we have 2 on each shift. They have day and night shift, and they provide direct service for the youth for as preparing their meals and assisting them with bedtime and activities.
So, to some extent, are you trying to provide some stability to these children that come into your care?
Yes, most definitely. What we do here, we try to provide them with the independent living skills that they're going to need as they go out. And for the younger ones, we try to nurture them to get to be on the right path. They're trying to instill some positive values in them, as well as with our older youth as well.
Or are you trying to sort of replicate the typical stable home life as much as you can?
Yes, our program is set up just like home. I mean, we eat together, and we have a home-like environment. It's like we have workers that even come in, or volunteers that they feel the warmth of a home as they enter our program, and that's what we want our youth to feel as well.
Gotcha. Do you need more space, do you think? So you said you can accommodate 12, you got 6 to 7 right now, but have you had situations where you didn't have room?
Yes, there's never enough room for the children that are in foster care. So we can always use more space for them.
Use more space?
Yes.
Is there any plans for that?
Well, no, not for us anyway.
Need some money?
Yeah, not for us anyway. We don't have the plans as of right now. But we most definitely, because the ones that we do serve, they're like 3 to a room, and we try to match them up with their behaviors and their personality before we assign them with a roommate. Because they are coming in, not knowing each other, so we want to make sure that we make them feel safe while they're here.
You can text SuperTalk 25 to 91999 to donate to Sally Kate Winters Family Services. How long have you been here?
Been here 30-plus years.
30-plus years?
Yes.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yes.
Is it a calling, you think?
I would say it is. It's most definitely rewarding. I can say that. It's rewarding, especially when youth when they leave and they come back, or they call, or they send an email saying, hey, I was there when I was a teenager. Or if they just stop by to see me, or to just see who's here from when they were here. So it is rewarding.
And do any of them return after they've, I guess, sort of been emancipated? They're out in the working world. They're productive. They're thriving. Do they come back and extend their appreciation, their gratitude?
Most definitely they do. They will come back, and they'll bring their family members to kind of introduce us to who they're with and how they're doing. Or if they're celebrating a moment, they would let us know what they're celebrating. We try to attend or support them during that time. We've had one to go to the military, so of course we support them during that time. When they graduate high school, they'll let us know. So we do support them. They do come back and let us know their accomplishments.
Do any of them establish relationships with the others that are in your care?
Yes, they do with our direct care staff. They do. They will call back, and they may even show up here to kind of see who's here and who's working. That they'll call and want to know who's on duty. They'll ask for that particular staff to see if they're still here, so they can just touch bases with them and let them know how they're doing.
Who from outside of Sally Kate Winters do you typically work with? Do you work with CPS?
I do. I work hand in hand with CPS because that is where our youth come from that we serve. So we work hand in hand together for as assisting them with the services that they need for their next placement, and also assisting them with making recommendation for their next placement.
By the way, shout out to my daughter, Alex. She works for CPS.
Yay,
So,
shout out. Thank you for all you do.
is there anything that you feel like you need from the legislature, from our state lawmakers? Anything, have you thought about that? Any regulations or laws or policies that could perhaps make your situation a little better? Have you thought about that? You don't have to get political or anything, but just anything that where you see perhaps lack of law or existing law that maybe impedes you from really getting your job done.
Yeah, I guess to prosecute the perpetrator.
Because I've heard that can be a problem sometimes, right?
Persecuting the perpetrator, because the youth, they're being removed from their environment, and the perpetrator gets to stay there, so they're being uprooted and have to learn a new way of living upon other laws. I mean, not other laws, but other rules and guidelines.
I've heard the same with respect to human trafficking, that sometimes that can be kind of difficult to I guess finally get a conviction and perhaps impose the full legal consequences on those that commit those heinous sort of crimes. What else do you want to tell us about just the services that are provided here and how valuable those are to the community, to the children, and especially in the region? Okay.
We are very big on volunteers. We love our volunteer group. They come in and they are a good face for our youth to see instead of seeing all the staff all the time.
I see.
So it is good for them to see outside faces, but we need more male volunteers for our male youth because they have been raised by either a female, mother, grandmother, and they don't have that male role model. So it'll be great for us to have more male volunteers so they can engage with our male youth.
Do you see a difference when you do have males involved to serve in that role and maybe provide some mentorship there?
Oh yeah, most definitely I do. We recently had like the local police department and fire department to come and volunteer, and I think that made an impact on our youth because they had never looked into that career, and one was very excited and eager to learn more about the career path. Interesting.
And how, if one wants to volunteer, how can they raise their hand and do that? Get in touch with you guys?
They can call Sally Kate Winter, 662-494-4867, and they can ask for our outreach, and that person will directly get in contact with them and set up a schedule so they can come in, do the paperwork, and start volunteering with our youth.
And SuperTalk 25, that's what you text, SuperTalk and the number 25 to 91999, excuse me, to make a donation. You told me earlier, how many are on your team that work with you in your organization?
We have
Shelter case?
I want to say 16.
16, okay.
Roughly, somewhere in there, but no more than that.
What's their typical background to do that kind of work?
They usually have a high school diploma or GED, the ones that work directly with the youth. So, and then, of course, they have experience. They have worked in the field of child care previously before coming here, either at a Head Start, daycare, and some of just having your own children. Yeah. That's experience.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That would qualify.
Yeah,
sure, that makes sense.
Yes.
That's as good as it gets right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Incredible. And so, same motivator, you think? Just a calling? They just want to help children in need like that?
Yes. For the employee, you have to call and fill out an employment application. And then, we have a shelter supervisor. She reviews those, and she will decide, who she selects to call in for an interview.
I see.
That's the interview process.
I see. Are you looking for people now?
Currently, we are not.
Okay.
Yeah. Currently, we are not. I think we are for the group we have right now. I think we're good.
You said you've been here 30 years. How long do you think you'll keep doing this?
I don't know. I don't know because it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
It is very rewarding, and then it's a learning. The kids learn, and I learn from them, as well as trying to teach them. So it's learning and growing.
I actually agree with you quite a bit. You can if you pay attention to young people. We can all learn from them, can't we?
Yes,
There's no
especially
doubt.
with everything changing. So they kind of keep me in the loop with all the changes that's
Keep
going
you on
on.
your toes,
Keep me
don't
on my
they?
toes. That's right.
That's awesome.
Yes, yes.
Cynthia, appreciate you coming on. Thanks for
you.
having us today.
Thank you for having me.
Cynthia Matthews, Shelter Case Manager, Sally Kate Winters Family Services, has been our guest. We're stepping aside for a break. We're coming right back with the Element Wealth Studio in West Point, Mississippi. We've got Craig Blaylock, Human Resources Director at Yokohama.